Hey everyone, I'm Nina Zato with Sidewalker Daily, and today I want to talk about something people ask me all the time. The creators of my program, they want to know, is the Amazon influencer program worth it? You know, there's so much buzz now about like all these different ways to make money, but at the end of the day, like everything requires time, right? And it requires effort. And so many of the creators here at Sidewalker want to know, is this something that they should be putting effort in? Now, I've done a few videos already on setting up your Amazon storefront and ways to apply and just Amazon influencer tips in general. So if you want to watch those, I'll link those below. But this video is a little bit more about, is it worth it nature? Is this a good decision for you to kind of invest your time in as a creator, the pros and cons, so to speak? It's crazy because the other day I was literally talking to two different influencers and one was like, honestly, I make a killing on it. Now, granted, she has over 100,000 followers, right? And she told me, she was like, I think it's really for people who already have big followings and people that buy from you. So that was like some interesting feedback I got from her. And then this other girl I was speaking to, same thing. She probably has around over the 100,000 follower benchmark as well. And she was also saying how this is a really good source of income for her. Now, I've also heard from creators that have smaller followings that this is like become their thing, right? They're posting content just on things to buy, like what type of recommendations they have for certain categories. And it works well. I think just like in anything, right? When you really focus on something and you water that plant, you're going to see results, but it's probably not for everyone, right? So that's why we have to kind of like see the whole picture and make that decision. Now, before I jump in, if you haven't subscribed to our channel already and you are an influencer or a creator, this channel is for you. Go ahead and subscribe so you can be kept up to date on new videos we publish weekly. Now, what I think is interesting, and I'm going to go ahead and share screen. I literally just typed up the word Amazon on Instagram to see what pops up. And I want to go ahead and type up the word like just Amazon influencer and see what are the different accounts, right? So just putting the word Amazon influencer, look at this, like different accounts are popping up. This girl has it in her bio, Amazon influencer. Interesting, you're shopping bestie, sharing affordable finds daily. Let's look at this girl. Same thing, Amazon finds, right? So she's posting like very specific Amazon stuff. Let's look at this girl, Amazon influencer. Click here to buy with me, the must-haves of the season. So you're starting to see like a lot of people. Let's go ahead and like put in something else. Let's put in Amazon finds. See if people are popping up for this. Who's popping up for this? Again, a whole bunch of accounts, right? That are really just dedicating their content. Swoon-worthy Amazon finds. Hi, I'm Amy. Shop my feed via link in bio. Best Amazon finds, daily deals. So her entire page is dedicated to this, right? Like doing roundups. And I'm sure if you go into Reels, you're going to see like Birkenstock Amazon lookalikes. And again, she's including this link, right? For people to follow her. 5 splurge-worthy items from Amazon. So there are literally creators out there that are just focusing on this niche, right? Amazon finds, Amazon influencer, and so many different spaces, right? And you're seeing look at this girl's tall girl fashion, right? So she is even just focusing on that Amazon fashion in the tall niche. She shows an entire section on her highlights about Amazon, and everything is linked. Everything is linked. So this is obviously something I wanted to just call attention to, because when you start to see, yes, there is a market for anyone, anywhere. And if you're one of these creators, it's obviously worth it because you're dedicated to this space and getting it done. Now, what I love the most about, I think, the Amazon influencer program is obviously the storefront, right? Even here at Sidewalker Daily, we have a storefront because creators want to know, Nina, what books do you recommend for like just mindset as an entrepreneur? Or Nina, what are some products you recommend for us, creators to buy? So we have an Amazon storefront as well. I love the storefront capability. It kind of gives everyone an opportunity to just build their own storefront. And we don't really push our Amazon storefront a lot, but it is at the bottom of every video. It's on our website and people buy things that we recommend. So I think that in terms of like anyone that is on social media, if you have a community of people that trust you and come to you for information, the storefront's awesome. And another thing I love about the Amazon influencer program, it's just the easiest. Like at the end of the day, there's so many like affiliate sites, but that requires a ton of different brands to create affiliate programs from within it. This is just a simple, like all-in-one platform. So many people have Prime, so many people shop on Amazon. It just makes the shopping experience very, very simple. So again, if you're someone who is creating a storefront because you want to recommend XYZ your audience, a big chunk of people, at least based in the US, do have an Amazon, and it makes that process seamless. Another pro, if you think about having like a YouTube channel or a blog, right? Affiliates work really well with these types of platforms because the shelf life of the content lasts a lot longer. Like I have YouTube videos that people are still watching from 3 years ago, right? They're still running. So arguably there is a little bit of this like make money while you sleep vibe because you can use these links in your blog content and in your YouTube and the descriptions, and they kind of live there forever. And I think from like a passive income sort of way, especially if you have a YouTube or blog, you're gonna see results from these payouts from your Amazon that may not be immediate, but may be coming down the pipeline, like even years down the road. Whereas I think with TikTok and Instagram, it's such a faster beast, so to speak. You may have that if you keep those link in bios really up to date, or you're going to be putting your highlight reels on Instagram. You have to do more work to keep them up to date. So that's also something to consider. Another reason we think the Amazon Influencer Program is worth it is because there's some creators that always get asked the same questions day in and day out. They're like, what do you use for this? What do you do for that? Like I have a girl who always get asks about her hair, like all the time. So she was like, you know what? I'm just gonna make a YouTube video and link it with all my Amazon links. And she literally sends that video to people when they ask questions and it has the links, right? But you can do this in different ways. You can do it in a PDF form. It could be an opt-in on your email. It could be on your website where you're like, just like my recommendations. And it literally just links, especially for creators who get asked the same thing all the time. This is a really nice way to use those Amazon affiliates. I think another thing that I find interesting about just being an Amazon influencer in general is that if you have a trust with your audience, like you're not just in it to like hawk them random product like me, right? Like I have all these books that I personally have read in my Amazon bookshop. And I feel like it creates a connection with the people that follow my page or follow my resources, and then they read the books that I recommend or they buy the products. And it's not because I'm shoving it down their throats, it's because they trust me. And I think this creates connection in a way that you are doing it in an authentic way. It's not like selling like QVC style or just selling stuff. It's more about like connection. Also interesting data. From a data perspective, now you guys know here at Sidewalker, like our secret sauce, our magic sauce is working with brands. That's what we teach creators how to do every single day. Pitching to brands. When brands reach out to you, how to shift those into paid opportunities, how to reach out to creators. That's our sauce. And I think the affiliate, like having an Amazon affiliate, being an Amazon affiliate and having data is like a major win and strategy when you're pitching to brands. Because let's just say you go to a brand and you're like, hey, I actually sold 16 units, 30 units, 150 units of your product already. I'd love to talk about a more serious conversation, how we can work together. Now their minds are blown because there is data around it. And it's not them telling you to be a part of their affiliate program. It's you on your own already wanting to recommend them because you truly like them and it really fits naturally already in your content, right? For those of you that are new to this channel, you may not know this, but I was on, and I'm still on, the brand side. So I'm paying influencers for campaigns. And I remember there was this one guy we wanted to work with. And when he sent over his Amazon influencer affiliate like data, he was like, this is the amount of revenue I've sold on my Amazon shop. I was floored. I was like, oh my God, this guy is like super influential. And it made me look past his followers, past his numbers, past his engagement, all of that, because the proof is in the pudding. I was able to see the data and he used it in his pitch. So I think it's a very smart way for creators and influencers to incorporate their affiliate information into pitching to brands. Now, if you are a creator that wants to learn how to reach out to brands or what to do when a brand reaches out to you, come to my next free live training. I host them all the time. We're going to go over pitch examples and media kits and all that good stuff. So I will include the link below so you can join us for our next one. And then I guess like just like the last pro in general is just that it is an extra revenue stream, right? Like some people on YouTube, they'll get a few $100 a month or a few thousand in the multiple figures. This is the same for Amazon influencer programs. There is opportunity to grow. Now, I think the biggest con, which you'll see anywhere, is that the commissions are kind of low. you'll find commission rates that are like in the 5% range. Some, I believe it's luxury beauty is like at the 10% range. And then if you're in the gaming niche, that's even higher. But again, it excludes like a lot of people. 5% isn't like make or break, right? It's not like a lot. Will this figure always be this way? Will it change? We don't know. And I'm sure that as pressure mounts, maybe more influencers are able to kind of like unionize in a way and maybe get that rate a little bit higher. But for now, I think one of the things that we see as a con is that the payout is low. So what does that mean in terms of, is it worth it? Should this be your only revenue stream? Probably not, because you're not going to make a killing in the beginning, just like in anything. And maybe not ever. Maybe this is going to be something that will be difficult for you to actually take off because it's such a low percentage. I've heard creators also kind of complain about like the PayPal option in terms of getting paid out, and payouts with affiliates all over are often kind of difficult because there's like a waiting period and there's a grace period. So I think that's something also to think about when you're analyzing, is this a good fit for you financially? I think just in general, like another con for some people is that like not everyone likes Amazon, especially Gen Z. There's like a lot of talk about how maybe some of their practices are not as, as ethical as they could be. Again, you'll hear people, like there's a lot of people that are like, obviously a growing number at least, that are a little bit anti-Amazon. So it may not fit right with you. Some people in general don't like to push product. And that's kind of, I've heard this in general, just like hate on influencers because they just feel like influencers are pushing materialism and consumerism and like pushing products we don't need. But it's interesting because I've actually seen it go the other way. I've seen a lot of influencers in this de-influencing movement where they are showing things, hey, don't buy this or do buy that. Now, if you have an Amazon store, you're going to have to ask yourself, is your goal to push product? Or is it to be honest with your audience? And we're hoping always honest with your audience, but that's kind of one of the cons because I've seen people be like, well, I need to like sell on my store. That's like how I make my money. But there's always sometimes like a little bit of an internal struggle with the authenticity of like, do you really like the product that you're recommending? I think that's just something a lot of creators face when they enter this influencing world in general. Now, if I was to say my final words, is it worth it? I say yes, because I have one. Right? And I don't push it. It's not my biggest breadwinner or biggest revenue stream. But if I have it, I recommend it because I think that ultimately having your own storefront is something that you can always grow the more you water it and the more you pursue it. And I think there's opportunity for Amazon to get creative with the influencers in the program. And I'm excited to see what's next for the Amazon Influencer Program, what changes are going to be happening. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Is this something that you're going to join, want to join? Are you in? Are you killing it? Like, are you not killing it? Let us know so we can all learn from each other in the comments. And I will see you guys in the next video.